Hi, everyone. It's Miss Cecil, and I wanted to first of all check in and see how everyone is doing. I hope that everyone is staying safe and doing well. And the focus of this video is on the APHG exam, but I look forward to interacting with you guys some more next week to help you prepare for the exam and also just to check in with you and make sure that everyone is still doing okay. As always, if you need anything from myself or Miss Robinson, don't hesitate to contact us. So, as you might be aware, College Board released today the format specifics for this year's AP exam. And we know that they're a little bit different. So, first of all, the exam date has now changed. So, the exam date for us is Tuesday, May 12th at 4 o'clock p.m. Now, you'll need to log on at 3:30 p.m. to access the online testing system and get set up. We will have more details about that online testing system, as well as some opportunities for you to practice the online system to be familiar with it in coming weeks. What do you need to have available to you to take the APHG exam? Well, this year you can take the exam on a smartphone, on a tablet, on a laptop, on a desktop computer, pretty much any device. Here's the thing, is that if you have a laptop or desktop computer available, that is what is ideal in order to type your response. If you do not have a desktop or laptop computer available, then there is the option of writing out your exam response and uploading it. Obviously, for some of you who have messier handwriting and such, that would not be the preference. And really, I don't think that's the preference for anyone. But if that needs to take place, that is an option. And we can talk more about that as the time gets closer as well. So, what is the format of the exam for this year? Well, there are two different free response questions. So, there are no multiple choice questions, and instead, your two sections are really just two separate free response questions. The first question is 25 minutes long, it has two stimuli, and it will count as 55% of your exam score. Then, once that time's up, you have a 5-minute period to upload your response. So, you'll submit your response. Then question 2 will pop up. Question 2 has a limit of 15 minutes, and you'll have one stimulus, and that will count as 45% of your exam score. Now, you might be asking yourself, what is a stimulus? You have dealt with stimulus material all year. So every time we've shown you a data chart, every time you've looked at a graph, a table, every time we've shown you different pictures that we've analyzed, every time we've used a map, that's all stimulus material. And you've already completed a number of FRQs that have stimulus material. So when we say two stimuli, that means that maybe it'll be two maps, maybe it'll be a picture and a chart, or any other sort of combination. And then that second question just has one stimulus. That's it. All right, so that's really nothing different. And you'll see some other examples of stimulus material and FRQs that will push out to you in coming weeks so that you can practice further with them. As far as the units that may be assessed, it's units 1 through 5. So this gives you a little bit of reminder of what those units are. So you want to prioritize and think about which one of these units is my strongest, what's my weakest, and make sure that you review accordingly. Also realize that I would anticipate that the two free response questions would cover most, if not all, of these units. Obviously not in full, but at least a component from most, if not all, of these units. So in other words, it could be a population question that has a part of it that is focused on the political aspects of things, as an example. So what will you be asked to do? Well, you'll be asked to describe, explain, or apply concepts, processes, or models using an authentic real-world situation or scenario. So notice what isn't here. You don't have identify. You don't have define. So those easier task verbs that are commonly used in the free response questions, those weren't present in the materials from College Board that describe this assessment. And of course, You can kind of imagine why. You're doing this at home. A lot easier to look up a definition or look up something to list down versus describe, explain, and apply. Remember, with describing and explaining, you have to give details. So describe is defined by College Board as providing the relevant characteristics of a specified topic. So that's not going to be a short phrase. Explain. Remember, your favorite word with explaining is because. Their definition of explain is to provide information about how or why a relationship, process, pattern, position, or outcome occurs using evidence or reasoning. So, with any of these, you're going to have to go into depth. And as you are analyzing by describing, explaining, and applying, you're going to look at patterns, relationships, and outcomes, or in other words, results. Again, this is something we've done all year. It's really nothing new. It's just that the format and obviously doing it at home is a little bit new. We will be emphasizing these in our review materials to you. So one question that I got from several people via Remind was, I heard the exam is open note. Is that true? Well, yeah, you're taking it at home. College Board certainly recognizes that there's not really a good way to control you glancing at a textbook or anything like that. But here's the thing, you have a very strict time limit. You will run out of time if you try to use other resources. And so I would really discourage you from planning on using other resources or from even thinking about it potentially, having access to your notes. So theoretically you could, but I think it will do more harm than good. Also, College Board has specifically designed these questions so that you can't just find an answer in a textbook or online. So notes, online access, that is going to be of limited or no value during the exam. So focus on your preparation prior to the exam. So you might say, okay, well, that's about notes in Google, but can I phone a friend or something like that? Please, please do not even think about any type of academic dishonesty. Even if it's not about like you feeling bad about cheating, you need to realize that the College Board certainly takes the integrity of all AP exams very seriously. So I'm going to read to you, and I have on the screen the statement from the College Board. At a minimum, test takers should understand that those attempting to gain an unfair advantage will either be blocked from testing or their AP scores will be canceled and their high school will be notified, as will colleges or other organizations to which the student has already sent any College Board scores, and they may be prohibited from taking a future advanced placement exam, as well as the SAT subject tests, or CLEP assessments. They're serious about this. And notice that it says attempting. So if you just are caught like on social media talking about, haha, here's how we could potentially cheat on this, that counts. Don't do that. The other thing is that this year they're sending Miss Robinson and I copies of your responses, and we will flag anything that we think is as a result of cheating. And then they also have some security measures, some of which they've revealed, some of which they won't reveal because it makes them more secure if they don't reveal them ahead of time, to track issues of cheating during the exam. So please, please, please don't even think about it. All right, so how should I prepare? Well, number one, make sure you have a plan. We've told you that all year. It's more important than ever before. We'll be pushing out some plans to you. You need to modify those to suit your own purposes, but have a plan. It won't just happen. Have a plan. Have specific times on specific days that you're going to study specific content. Otherwise, it will not be effective. And quite honestly, in a lot of cases, it won't even happen if you don't have a plan. You have the Big Ideas Packet. That is one of the most valuable resources that you can use. Use it. But remember, don't just stare at it. Quiz. Quiz yourself. Teach someone the material, even if it's like a stuffed animal or the wall. All right, pretend. Use the resources that we post. Ask questions. You are already prepared for this exam. At this point, you just need to review. So that's what you need to concentrate on in the coming weeks. So we hope that you all score a 5. You can do this. Realize that there is some hard work ahead, but we'll help you break it down. And we are confident that you can all score that 5. So we look forward to interacting with you more next week. Let us know what questions you have. And again, I hope that you're staying safe and healthy. Let us know if you need anything. Bye.